I'd like to learn more from Phil and Monique on their experiences with hosting third-party events, both big and small. So, Phil, would you mind sharing some of your experiences with third-party events and just offer whatever advice that that you think would be helpful?
Sure. In my work, I work for energy concern. We sell natural gas and electricity to small, to medium, and large end users, commercial and industrial. So I don't really have the big corporate sponsors. I've got your mom and pop, restaurants. And in Chicago, my daughter and I use third-party events. Like we host a charity night at a bar that donates part of the profits to lupus, the LFA, and that's a way to really gather a lot of support with smaller customers that might not be a matching corporate donor. And it's really like, for instance, another thing we do is, this is my daughter's bailiwick. She hosts a bake sale at her work, and people are going to buy stuff from the having lupus fog now. She will bake stuff and sell it at the bake sale, and people will buy stuff off the cart as a normal course of business, and she attaches a sponsorship to the snack cart that goes from desk to desk for the week. And so that's really how we host a bunch of little things that can turn into a big thing. You'll have to forgive me. My mind is not working today.
No, Phil, that is great. Thanks for highlighting just how small efforts can, so something just as simple as a bake sale or gathering your friends together at a restaurant and a bar can generate big results. Monique, could you share some of your experiences with fundraising events?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I actually can just piggyback off of some of what Phil was saying. Sorry, I've got a little bug going on as well, too. I started small. When I was diagnosed, I was working, and this was 7.5 years ago. I was actually working, and I was a recruiter. And because I had a lot of client contacts, big corporate contacts, HR, a lot of them said that they would partner with me and do jeans days. So if you go to your boss and you let them know that you're doing the walk, that the walk is for you, or if it's for your mom or for your daughter, always remember that your story is really what is the first selling point. If they don't have a relationship with the walk, you're their relationship. So they need to buy into the reason to donate. And so if they have a relationship with you, 9 times out of 10, they will buy in to donate, and they will want to see how they're going to support. So the jeans day started off small with, everyone showing up to work, donating. I think it was $5 or $10 to wear the jeans, and that was something that, they just decided to keep going. That was their way of making a donation. And then it spiraled for me. I used teams because I used to play softball and run track. So we did days where we invited other teams to come out and do scrimmages. I've used beauty events where there are wellness events, beauty events, people that I support because maybe I go and buy beauty supplies or, we go into Sephora and we buy everything in there. But we know makeup bloggers and we see them on Instagram, and we sometimes may even go to some of these events. Sometimes they want to partner with a philanthropic endeavor, but they really don't know who to go to, but they know you, and now you have an opportunity to kind of pitch the walk to them. So you can leverage those relationships that you have with people that are already doing events and jump in on them, where you can now have some of those proceeds going towards the walk. So that might be even a fashion event. This week going into next week is Fashion Week. So, you know, those are some of the things that I'm even starting to think about when I have my friends who are designers. Can they lend their hand there? Can some of the proceeds from their events go there? Do I need to make an appearance? And the other thing that I will say is, if you are someone that is affected by the disease, don't feel stressed. A lot of this is going to sound like it's a lot. You have to be really organized, and it sounds like it's over your head. Keep it simple. Get help. Use your team members. Use the resources that are at you. Just work with the village that you have. You don't have to have these large, grandiose events or big parties. I've done parties where I've invited artists and I've invited singers, and then I've done small things at my house where it's been a potluck and just everyone come and donate $10 or $15. Work with whatever your comfort level is so that you are well at the end of the process. We don't want you to be run down. We want you to win, but we also want you to raise money, and we want you to be healthy. And also, I've done events with local constituents. Those are your representatives, the people, the lawmakers that represent your district. They love having their names on flyers. They love to have their names in the headline. If you go into their office, I promise you, they're going to want to hear what you have to say. So call them, find out about getting an appointment, and seeing how you can actually speak to them. It does not take long, maybe 5 minutes, and then they wouldn't mind actually doing an event with you. You know, they might have a hall or a venue that they can use, and they'll ask you, would you mind just sharing your story? And that's the perfect opportunity for you to give your elevator pitch about why it is you're walking, who is the Lupus Foundation, what are they doing, what is this fantastic event, how can you support? And they are a lot of times just looking for a way to give back to the community. And when you're talking about a health concern, a rising health concern, they would like to also be more informed. So don't miss out on the opportunity to speak to your local government representatives.
Wow, that is such a great reminder. It is clear that neither you or Phil are leaving any stone unturned when it comes to unique ways to raise money within your network. So thank you so much.
Oh, and one other thing before I forget.
Oh, yeah.
This month being Black History Month, we know that lupus predominantly affects people of color. I'm a person of color, also a person of Caribbean descent. If you happen to fall within that category, use this to your benefit. I'm going to some events this month, and I will be speaking about that on behalf of my community. So just think outside of the box. It doesn't always have to be a lupus event. You can see yourself in an event and make it work for you, and how you can speak about lupus and the walk.
That is a great reminder. Thank you so much. I mean, how can we turn wherever we are and whatever it is that we're doing into a fundraiser for lupus? Some tips that I just want to touch on as we're closing out this segment, you definitely touched on so beautifully, Monique. Specifically, keep it simple, and it doesn't have to be intimidating, and find a partner to do it with you, because we want to make sure that this is fun and not something that is going to make anyone unwell. And then communicate more, and be sure to use your network. Again, make a plan, decide what you want to do, and then just make sure that you're having fun with it. And then, as always, wrap it up with consistent follow-up. Going back to the importance of sending thank you notes and emails, and then shout outs on social media. This will continue to keep your fundraising efforts on the front of people's minds, because we know that they do truly want to support you, but a lot of times they just need to be reminded.
Great. Well, thank you, Courtney. We're going to wrap up our